Alright, y'all, I'm gonna just say fuck it and record, because I lost my damn paper and I had a whole little script going about what I was gonna do about this e-bike. So, I'll start off with, like, what is the e-bike? And, I guess I'll describe, like, the details of it. So, this e-bike right here is the Cychunter Cychunter. It goes 28 miles an hour. You can get a range of about 50 to 100 miles. It says on the website 120, but I tested it and I rode like 44 miles throttle, but I messed up a few times, but the most I've gotten was like 44 miles out of it. That's the longest I've probably ever ridden in my life. But it's a cool little bike. I see that squirrel. You see that squirrel? Hopefully he don't attack. It's a cool little bike, bro. I get hella around with it. I get a lot of questions. The main question that I get is, how much does it cost? How fast does it go? What else? How fast does it go? Is it electric? Yes, it's electric. What else? It's a fat tire bike. We got some good springs on it. You can change the brake pads. If you look up some other YouTube videos, they've tested it, but they ain't tested it like I tested it. I got 1,500 miles on here, so I know what I'm doing about it. But I have yet to charge the, I've yet to change the Shimano brakes. I gotta change these. The last time I went to this place called Bike Mark, and they tried to say that they'll charge me $100 to fix the brake pads. Both of them, the fronts and the back. Get a little closer. Both of these battery packs are rechargeable. They take about 4 to 6 hours each for each battery, depending on how far you riding. They don't recommend that you store them for too long. Like, just constantly make sure you charge them. Another thing, this bike is heavy as hell, so it's not, so if you want to get on the bus with it, it's not, I don't recommend you try to, like, let's say if you on the bus line or something, I don't recommend that you try to put it on the bus. If you know how the bus got that little strap or whatever, you know, where you kind of tie up your bike. This bike is heavy, so it's not a lightweight bike at all, especially because of the batteries. I've tried, trust me, I tried. And I live upstairs or whatever, so I know how it is. It's not a bike that you can just constantly take up and down the stairs. It's gonna be something that you gotta lock it up, because people will steal your shit. Yeah, you gotta lock it up. Let me think. Why do I ride? I got a few things that I like about this bike. It's electric, bro, so I get around. Like, I get hella around. I do a lot of DoorDash on here. DoorDash, Grubhub, Uber Eats. But if you're gonna do like food delivery on here, if you're gonna do the food delivery, do DoorDash, because DoorDash pays a lot more. And Uber Eats, I don't really get like a lot of orders as far as like delivering or whatever. But if you go downtown, wherever you stay, and you start delivering or whatever, stick with DoorDash. That's what I would say. I mean, you ain't got to stick with particularly one, but you know what I'm saying? I would stick with DoorDash if I was y'all. Let me see. The seat is pretty nice. I haven't had no tears on it. You know what I'm saying? And I wouldn't want to tear it up either, because that'll, like, you know, let's say if you got some shorts on every time you get on, it'll kind of, you know, push your shorts back a little bit. So that's another thing. I'm gonna try to get a little bit closer up. I really like that Cychunter got these wheels. I really like these wheels. Like, they tight, low key. As you can see, I got some things that I need to fix up on here. This is a little bit bent right here. This is bent. Let me show y'all this view. Yeah, but that view though. Let me see. If you're gonna be riding real hard, I recommend a phone case holder. Cause trying to hold your phone up and trying to ride at the same time is gonna be hella difficult for you. Like, it's not. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend it. Because it goes, but let's say if you ride it real hard and your brakes go out, particularly what I mean, that right there. That I've noticed, like, if I was to push these, I'm gonna do it after I put the cigarette out. If I was to push this forward, my brakes will like stop working. So I don't know if I just got a shortage, and I recently just discovered that. I don't know if I got a shortage or what, but yeah, I would say just be careful about them brakes, because I think I have a shortage, and I was gonna take it to one of the guys or whatever, which I did, and he told me, you know, what I told y'all. But yeah, I recently just discovered that, you know what I'm saying, it's you gotta be careful with this be careful with this. If you're gonna get this bike, be careful with this right here, because I noticed that I gotta push this in to make my brakes work. For whatever weird reason, I don't know if I dropped it, because I've dropped it a few times. Obviously, if you can see the scratches a little bit right here. I've chipped it a little bit, and it needs a wash. What else? How much the bike costs? Now it says on the website. $850. However, I paid $12 for mine at a shop or whatever. That's probably like the main question that I get, like, how much does it cost? But I paid a shop, and they helped me carry it. They put it in a van and they helped me carry it or whatever. But I could have easily rode it back or whatever. Like, let's say if you're in a place where you're in a place where public transport is available, like the train line, you'll do real good. It get 50 to 100 mile range, so you ain't even gotta worry about, you know, catching the bus. Like, let's say if you don't feel like walking today, or if you don't feel like going to you don't feel like catching the bus to work today, you can easily ride this and get to work, especially if you stay a good safe distance or whatever from work. But keep in mind while you at work, you have to charge these batteries. I don't recommend like not charging the batteries or whatever. If you gonna be at work, I've rode like 18 miles back and forth to work. But each time when I would go on break, I would charge the bike. Not charge the bike. I would charge the battery. As far as, I'm sure some people have some questions like, can you charge it? Can you charge the bike with the batteries on? I haven't tried that. I don't recommend it. Cause I don't know if it'll like mess it up or whatever. But yeah, I would just say take care of your brakes for sure. Because if them brakes go out, it goes 28 miles an hour. If them brakes go out, bro, you are done. Like, you are, you know, dead meat. Like, I highly wouldn't. And let me show y'all an example of like it's not a joke. Let me show y'all my shoes, because this is what I mean. Let me show you again. Yeah. That's what happens when you ain't got no brakes. You ain't got no brakes, you're gonna be sliding down that hill. You're gonna get scared, you're gonna freeze up, or you're gonna end up hitting a car, or you're gonna hit a car. I highly recommend that you use your blinkers. If you want to get some mirrors, you can get some mirrors. I think on here, yeah, you can get some mirrors. I don't really want to get no mirrors. I mean, you can, but like, you can. I recommend it. Yeah, you should. I also recommend that you get you a cargo bag. You can get a cargo bag on a website. You can place it like you can place it right here. But I've yet to do that. I want to get me a bike rack. So like, let's say if I want to sell some snacks downtown or something, I can get the little bike rack, put that up in there, sell them little Skittles, Cheetos, hot Cheetos, sodas, you know, everything. It got like a few little modes. So let me show y'all. Let me go into a little bit more detail. I got the camera flipped. So I'm gonna pause this one, then I'm gonna flip the camera.